This morning, we had one of the most iconic moments in tea with Garyvee history that I genuinely believe will help tens of thousands of people over the next decade as this gets populated. Sit down, get some popcorn, really pay attention.
What's good, Holy shit, man. I'm fucking nervous, man.
Don't worry, bro. We're friends.
Like, shaking and everything. I've been watching you for like 3 years, dude. My wife is watching. My mom is probably watching too. So what's up, guys?
Awesome.
Damn. Holy shit.
Don't worry, bro.
Trying to be a man. Trying to be a man here, you know?
Bro, it doesn't take a man. A man owns his emotions. I'm a man out here talking about compassion, sympathy, kindness, and love. So I'm proud of you for talking about your nerves. I just want you to hear this clear. You can't imagine how nice that makes me feel. I'm super flattered.
Awesome. I'm so glad, man.
It's humbling.
Like, you really do change people's lives, dude. Like, I'm sure you know, but like, it's like to a whole different level. So
thank you, bro.
I'm 22. I'm married. I've been married for like 3 years. I just had a baby, in January.
Congrats.
So I'm pretty fulfilled in that sense. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I've always loved to do since I've been like 13 is like make YouTube videos. Just because like I have had rough patches in my life when I was younger. Watching people on YouTube, like, entertaining people, like that's always been like, I'm like, wow, like, it's always made me feel good. Like I want to do that for people too. And like my thing is like I love cars. Like I like racing. I like, building race cars and shit. Like I have a YouTube channel that it's been up for like 4 years, but I've been so inconsistent, like I upload and then I delete it because I think the videos aren't good enough, just like really negative. And then that's when I started watching you. I was in tech school. I feel like I went to tech school and I did all that just to prove myself and, just kind of be like, I'm not as bad as people think, especially when your family says you're bad. It's like kind of rough to deal with that, It's
extremely difficult.
So
and it's really tough.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I graduated with a 4.0, which I know in tech school is like it's only a year and a half. So it's not like too big of a deal, but I tried my best.
Don't undermine your success.
Yeah. I know just some people like, I'm sure like, oh, that's not that hard, but
the biggest issue out of your mouth is the word some people.
Yeah.
Bro, you have to stop giving a fuck about these people in the comments and the ones that are watching.
Yeah, that's true.
I always listen very carefully. And just like you hedging the 4.0 based on some people is the biggest thing we need to work on the next 91 years of your life. That's where you're at. We got to fix that. And when I say fix that, that feels too heavy. You need to get into a better relationship with that.
Right.
Everyone's always going to have an opinion.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's 100% true. Everyone always has something to say. Just to kind of lead up to, what I think about myself, like in the sense of, so like I'm a very negative person. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a negative Nancy kind of guy. Like literally I wake up in the morning.
You're cynical. Like you wake up and you're cynical.
Yes. Like I wake up and I'm like, what can go wrong today? Because like I've tried so hard.
You're ready for this? You're not a negative person. You're a scared person.
I could definitely.
Alexis, that's a big difference, bro.
Yeah.
For all the people out there that are watching that are scared and fear-based and vulnerable, you're not negative. Don't demonize yourself. You're actually vulnerable. You're not negative, bro.
I didn't think about it like that, actually. I never thought about it.
That's why we're fucking doing tea with Garyvee.
Yes. That's why I'm glad to be on here because I needed to hear this.
Let me tell you why this is important, Alexis. All of a sudden, when you wake up tomorrow and you realize you're not a negative, when somebody thinks they're a negative person, that's devastating.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm bad. No, you're not bad. You're hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was something that happened to me, when I was younger or something, it just kind of sets that, where it's like, what's going to happen today, like it's such a bad, but like, I feel like that affects me with everything I do because like when I'm making YouTube videos or like when I'm doing stuff like that, I'm kind of like, like, oh, this is going to be trash. Like, this isn't good enough. Like, and just like, I don't know, I put myself down a lot and I'm just like, my original question actually is nothing with what I'm talking about,
Bro, this is the real shit. And like, we're here. I'm with you right now. I like this talk right now. I really, really, really like this talk right now. I think you're helping over the next 10 years because a lot of people watch this video, not when we record it. You're about to help a lot of people. I can see in the comments. You literally just helped a lot of people just in that one moment. So let's keep going. Yeah. I'm telling you that your self-esteem is vulnerable because to your point, you said it earlier, when your family tells you you're not good, you believe that shit.
Yeah, 100%.
We need to get out of that. Does your family still say that?
So like, as soon as I started watching your videos, and I know you say not to do this as much, but like, I feel like, I just tried to cut out negative people out of my life and just isolate myself, like I do this a lot. I've actually never had any long-term friends. Like I've never had a friend that I can be like, oh, I've been best friends with this guy for a long time. I think my best friend right now, I would guess, is like I've known him for like a year. You know what I'm saying? Because like as soon as like someone does something that I feel like makes me feel negative, I just kind of like isolate myself and I push everyone away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course, because you're emotionally soft.
Yeah, I can see that.
And your Mendoza line for cutting someone off is super low. Like for me, my Mendoza line's super high. Like you have to really, really, really go somewhere. And I've had a lot of things done to me. I had a friend in college who stole my Sega Genesis, and I still was friends with him after I found out.
Holy shit.
Because I knew he was in a bad spot to do that to me. I was in a rugged college, but other people I know cut people off because they said something.
Right.
The reason you don't have long-term friendships is because of your own lack of self-esteem and your inability to rise above when somebody goes low.
That was going to be my thing. Like I said, I've been watching you for a long time, and I know, like, you know, you've actually, I was worse than that, to be honest. Like watching you has made me better, like, you know, more confident in myself and more like, you know, I can deal with that kind of stuff more. But I feel like it takes a long time too, because even in 3 years of watching you, like I'm still not where I want to be, if that makes any sense. Like I'm still, you know, not like mentally where I want to be, and just stop being so negative. And I wish, and every time something good happens in my life, I'm always like, okay, what's going to happen now? Like you can ask my wife, like I don't get excited when good things happen because I automatically think something bad's going to happen right after.
Bro, I live with this. My father's got a lot of these similar traits, bro.
Holy shit. So
I understand you.
Is there any way like I can, you know, like get better at that, you know, like.
Of course. You just said you got better the last 3 years.
Yeah. I feel like I have, like, I feel like I've gotten better at like stop fearing about what other people think about me. That's like a big thing for me. Like I've gotten way better at that.
You know, you see how you've got some muscle?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
Oh yeah. I worked out, played football in high school. Yeah.
That's how you do this.
Yeah.
Listening to positivity, owning your shortcomings, accepting, you know, the reason I'm talking with such candor here, you know, I'm sure some people are watching like, damn, Gary's like exposing his shit. I'm not doing that.
I mean, I like it. I love it. It's awesome.
Because it's empowering when you own your shortcomings. If you can't own your fucking shortcomings, well, then you can't talk about your strengths. What I think is keeping me here with you is my deep belief that you're on your way, because it's about awareness. The fact that you have the strength to come on here with all these people watching and talk to me like this actually makes me believe that you're well on your way, because I know a lot of people who don't.
Yeah. I'm just like trying to, like, you know, like it's such a bad thing in my life that like it's like a mental block for everything I do, that it's like, man, I need to stop doing this.
You need to realize that you're not bad. You grew up being told you were bad and you believed it. You need to realize you're not bad. You're scared.
Right.
The second you go from I'm a bad guy, I'm a tough guy, I'm a negative guy, to I'm a soft guy, I'm a vulnerable guy, I'm emotionally like not where I need to be guy, all of a sudden the way you even look at yourself changes, and then you could start focusing on building those muscles on that.
Yeah.
Do you get this feeling that you cut people off because you don't feel like, you get into this place where you feel like they're pulling one off on you and you don't like that feeling?
Yes. Like I always think somebody has an angle. Every time someone's nice to me, I'm like, okay, what's your angle, dude? Like, what do you want from me? You know what I'm saying?
Did you feel that way about me the first time you saw the content potentially? Like, what's going to be the other shoe? Like, is he going to try to sell me a course, or what's the fucking punchline?
Surprisingly, I feel like I didn't, just because, like, you know, like you were so honest that I feel like you wouldn't be the type to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you were just being like straight up, like authentic and honest.
And maybe that's because I was remote and through a screen instead of real life.
Possibly.
You know, here's where I'm trying to get you to go. You need to get into a totally different place with your self-esteem. You need to love yourself. That's why the biggest moment of this talk was you're not negative, you're just vulnerable. That was the biggest moment, because when you wake up and you're like, I'm scared today and I need to get less scared today, that is huge, huge compared to waking up and saying, I'm negative. I'm a bad guy. That's a game changer, Alexis. That's a game changer.
Yeah. It's like hard though. Like I try to, I really, really, like, there's a lot of times where I'm like, okay, like just stop thinking like that. You know, like you got this.
No,
you know,
you have to understand, it's ingrained in you. So what you need to do is practice. What do I mean by that? this one friend you've got right now for a year, the first time he does something that doesn't pop off properly, you have to like email me or DM me or watch this video game. You have to forgive him.
Right. Yeah. Not hold grudges.
Bro, grudges are garbage.
Yeah.
Grudges are fucking garbage. Grudges are the execution of a weak man.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. It makes you just, makes your life quality go down when you hold grudges.
Is your wife positive?
Yes. She's like the complete opposite of me.
Yeah,
but like I feel like I try to put her down though. Like I'm that bad that like
you do.
I try to bring her.
You're not that bad. You're not that bad. Bro, I'm telling you right now, if we change the terminology in your life, shit will get good. You're not that bad. You're that weak. You're that scared. You're that soft.
I totally agree with you, honestly. Like,
no, it's big. I want to change your vernacular because if you do, you'll be a different man.
Yeah.
It's that when you're most scared, you try to bring her down to your level.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. That's why when you say you talk about like haters, like trying to bring other people down, I'm that guy.
Do you find yourself like being jealous if like another guy looks at her? Like, are you trying to like cage her?
No, not like that actually.
Okay.
Like I'm not like bad like that, but I'm bad in the sense of like when she's like trying to be happy for me for something I accomplished or positive, or she's positive about something.
Don't do that because something's gonna happen and then I'm gonna let you down and that's gonna make you feel.
Like that's 100%. My fear to like let my son down, let her down. Like I'm always like in that.
Bro, listen to me. The only thing that you can do to let them down is by continuing down the path of thinking that you're bad.
Right. Yeah. No. I can't. I don't want him to grow up like that. Like being like me. Like I don't want.
Of course you don't. But let me tell you, because I've watched this transpire. Because I'm old for 44. I got some real fucking emotional wisdom. What's going to end up happening is if your child or children end up having similar DNA to you, you're going to feel so bad that you're going to actually resent them and have like a worse like you'll have a good relationship with the children that take your wife's DNA, and you'll have a bad relationship with the children that take your DNA because it's going to be painful to you because you're going to be like, fuck, I passed that on to her or him, so I'm out.
No, I agree.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm really proud of you to be at this place at this young of an age, to be self-aware enough to know what's brewing and to have the courage to come on here and talk to me about this shit. That's game changing. You're close. When I tell you you're close, because the only thing that holds people back is hiding shit.
Right.
And right now you just told tens of thousands of people about your shit.
Yeah, it's just like that bad, dude. That like I'm like I have to tell someone that actually like because like I tell other people, like my wife. When I say other people, I mean like my wife. She's just like I feel like maybe hearing it from her is not as good because I'm like, of course you're just gonna try to like bring me up and make me feel better because I'm your husband. So of course like I feel like her answer is not as genuine maybe, but it probably is. I just automatically think that.
Yeah. Listen, you default into the angle, the conspiracy. You must love conspiracy fucking documentaries. Like that's like, like that's where you're at.
Yeah.
And what's so interesting in the theme of this show is now you know why you're the one that looks at other things and tries to tear people down.
Yeah.
It's all the same game. I really believe as we go through this period of time in American history specifically, and really in the world, where hate and negativity have definitely risen.
100%.
I believe that we're going to get into mental health issues and get into, parenting structures. And like, what I'm really worried about is that a lot of people that think they're kind and good people are actually shaming people instead of trying to help.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
Of course you do. You're on the receiving end of that.
Yes. Yeah. I think I got to like work on it more, like on a daily basis and just exercise it more. I don't know. I didn't think about it like I'm scared of stuff. I just thought about it like I'm just negative, and like I just don't like people that much, and this and that.
No, you don't like yourself.
Yeah. No, that's probably.
You don't like yourself.
I really don't like how I am. Like I hate that mindset that I have.
That's right. But the good news is you can fix it. I didn't like that. I didn't have muscles, and and I was not healthy for my heart, and like I was gonna and I changed it. And when I tell you, working out and eating right did not come natural to me at all. So I changed. I figured it out. I got a babysitter, a trainer, and I figured out the system. You just have to figure out your system. Maybe you have to listen to positivity on podcast 24 hours a day.
That's why, dude,
for
I
5
listen
years.
to you every single day, like all the time.
And other
like,
people too, and I appreciate it. But like, you know, like, bro, you have to watch this video like every day.
Yeah. No, I probably will. Dude, this is like the biggest moment ever. I told my wife this is like top 5 like best things like in my life.
Bro, you are just perfectly cliche in so many of your actions. I see so many young people who have this framework get married early as soon as they find somebody super positive.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
like I didn't even realize it. Yeah.
That's
I
right.
Look for
You
people
thirst for her.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell her all the time, I'm like, fuck, like, I wish I could be like you. Like, I wish I could just think everything's going to be fine. And like, you know, like I always tell her that because it's just such a good, you know, like, and
instead of making it selfish and say, I wish I could be like you, maybe what you can do is make it you're making it about yourself when you say that to her.
Oh, shit.
What you might want to change that to, and this is where semantics of words matter. Maybe you say to her, what's her name?
Noemi?
Noemi, I admire your optimism and positivity. Now, all of a sudden, you're giving her a compliment because when you say to her, I wish that I could be like you, she's not taking that as a compliment. She sees that as you being selfish about what you wish. You're about you in that sentence.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm saying I wish I was, you know. Yeah.
And what you're doing is you're subconsciously, again, saying, hey, like, feel bad for me.
Right.
Instead of propping her up, you're asking her for another hand. There's a subconscious guilt of like, you got lucky with DNA, I didn't. Damn. And what's going to happen with her is she's going to build resentment for you over time.
Right. Damn.
Bro, I really, really believe in you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Like, you know, I don't normally talk about this with anyone. You know, normally, like, I try, like I said, like, only with her. But I was like, man, Garyvee's like the perfect person to just put this on, you know, and just see, like, what his response would be.
I swear to God, on everything in my body, I genuinely think you can win this game.
Thank you, man. I really, like, it's life-changing to hear that from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
bro, please realize that you are wounded, you're hurt, you're not bad, you're good with an injury.
Right. Yeah. I just didn't realize that. I didn't think about it. I didn't, you know, I guess like it's because I'm young too. So it kind of like, you don't think about that stuff, like, you know, and now I'm like, damn, that's probably what it is. Maybe something happened to me, you know, like it just kind of like,
listen, and by the way, I don't think usually it's more of a systematic, you know, culture. Like it's very likely that one of your parents is exactly the same way. And instead of resenting your parent, you can feel bad for them too.
Right.
You can have compassion for them. Instead of now going into a place of like, you know what, fuck you, mom. Garyvee's right. Fuck you. No. Yeah. You can go into a place of compassion because it's likely that her mom did that or your dad's dad did that. Or you understand?
Yeah, yeah.
You need to realize that you're strong enough to change it for everyone. Digging in and drawing a line and making it a fight is going to do nothing.
Yeah. And you think like also like what you surround yourself with also kind of affects you too? Kind of
100%.
Right?
It's why I fucking work so hard to put out so much free content. I'm trying to be a positive force for people that aren't fortunate enough to have something. And I have a unique communication style and a human element that clicks for some people that because I think they can taste the lack of interest of anything other than you know, like I'm not looking for anything.
I agree 100%. That's why I said when I first started watching your videos, I didn't think like you had an angle actually. Like I was like, holy shit, this guy's like, and I think it's because you called people on their bullshit, you know? And like, that's why it's funny.
You know what's funny? I hear that a lot from people and they like that. You know what's funny? I think even the tone of this conversation, I just want to help.
Right. Like I said, even in 3 years, I feel like I have gotten better. You know, maybe I've gotten worse actually at that I isolate people like myself from people more, but I have gotten better in the sense of like, you know, now like with YouTube and like other stuff like that, I'm more confident that I will be able to make that work. You know, like that's like my thing that I'm like.
You need to realize that those people aren't bad or have an angle. It's that you're scared because you're not emotionally strong to be let down.
Yeah,
you're cutting them out to protect yourself. The way to really win, quote unquote, is for you to get comfortable with being let down and realizing that's not a reflection of you.
Right. No, I agree with that. That's awesome. That's like what I needed to hear.
I'm glad I could deliver it, bro.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it, dude.
Lex, listen to me. Over the next year, a million people are going to watch this video. Just remember that means that cutting people out or trolling someone or waking up, like you're not going to be able to live anymore tricking people. You're not tricking anyone anymore.
Right.
Use that as a positive.
Yeah, I need to change. I need to do something. Like, I can't keep being like this.
I'm telling you right now, what most excites me is I know you can.
Thank you so much.
If you knew the power and strength it took for you to be honest on this video, now living life and being okay with Ricky if he like steals your money or like says something bad about your wife and you being a bigger person, like you can't imagine now trying to forgive one of your parents or an uncle or something. You know, I don't want to dive too deep. It might be something even more extreme than just a negative atmosphere. It might be some real deep shit. Forgiveness is the fucking key to a whole new life.
Yeah. No, I haven't practiced that yet in my life. If you know, like I haven't really, I'm not a forgiveful person, so maybe I should.
That comes out of your own insecurity.
Yeah.
Forgiveness and being the bigger person and kindness is the fucking ultimate strength.
Yeah. No, yeah. I need to do it. I need to start doing it. I really do. I
believe you. I really think you can. I really think you can. It's why I'm 5 minutes late for a huge client meeting.
Oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry.
No. You're not. No. What I want you to hear is that the reason I'm this late is because I feel this moment so much. And I'm also super aware of how raw and real we went and how many hundreds of people right now watching are living your exact life. And this thing, I genuinely believe, is the seed of so much of the things that are anxious in our society. And I desperately, desperately want to be one of the forces to fucking help cut this thing out of our bodies.
Yeah. No, I mean, we need it. You know, like the people that are like me, like, you know, it's like
Alexis, what up? You have an Instagram?
Yes.
Because I want this community to DM you, encourage you, and I want you to make some positive friends. What's your Instagram?
It's Alexis Cisnero. Yeah, right there. Somebody found, or Dustin found it, I guess. That's awesome. Holy shit, he's fast.
All right, you're at 567, 568 now.
Oh, dude, thank you so much.
You like cars?
I love cars. That's been my passion since I was like 6 years old.
All right, 568. Vayner Nation. This would mean the world to me. I want to see this number completely fucking explode, and I want every one of you to DM this man something positive. I want, Alexis, please.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much, Gary, man. Thank you so much.
Alexis, listen to me. Please do me one honor. Please listen to this whole entire thing. I think it was like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Often.
Okay. Thank you so much, man.
Like literally work out every morning and listen to this, or while you're brushing your teeth every morning. Morning. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much, dude. I will listen to it. I mean, trust me, this is like a huge deal to me. like I said, top 5 like life moments. It's
a huge deal for me too.
Thank you so much. Holy shit. Like I honestly wasn't even going to talk to you about this. Like I was like, I had a whole different question, but then I was like talking to you and I'm like, damn, like he's actually like as real as it gets, man. You know? So I was like, you know, I'm just going to lay it all out, you know?
Alexis, you helped more people today than most people ever get to help in their entire life. You're a good kid. You're not negative. You're not bad. Damn. You're mislabeled, bro.
You're gonna make me cry, dude. Like, holy shit. This is like,
bro, you're mislabeled. You're mislabeling yourself to yourself.
Yeah.
You're a wonderful fucking human who has an injury, has a vulnerability, and has to completely address that and change the way you talk and think and practice that. You want a real prescription? Go reach out to everybody in your phone. Go to your phone right now and look at from A to Z and text people and say you're sorry and I love you.
Damn. Yeah.
That takes real strength.
Yeah. There's some people that I'm like, dude, I would never even want to see this guy's name again. You know, like, I don't know why. Like it's
because you're insecure.
Yeah.
And when you do that, if you get the courage to do it, when they reply, fuck you, understand.
Yeah.
Compassion comes from enormous strength.
Thank you so much, man. Like I said, this moment right here, I think is definitely 100% life-changing for me. This is definitely like I said, I've been doing better in these last 3 years, but I feel like this is like that boost that I need 100%. Thank you
I'm
so
proud of
much,
you, bro. I
Gary.
love you a
I'm so
lot.
sorry.
Good luck.
Thank you so much, man. I love you too, dude.
Sorry for what?
Sorry for you being late. 10:09. I didn't even
Bro,
notice the time.
this is the best 9 minutes late in my entire life. I'm so humbled to have this moment with you. What we just did here will forever bring value to human beings. I believe it in the depths of my fucking being.
Thank you, dude. That means the world to me, man. Honestly, it really means the world to me, dude. This is what I needed. Thank you so much, Gary.
You're welcome, brother.
Have a great day, man. Thank you too.
Bye-bye. Dustin, that really matters, that last one, man.
Yeah. And
that's the whole game. That right there is the whole game I see in the world.
I feel very similar. Like there's a lot of people in my world that I've kind of dropped, and I've wanted to reach out, but I'm just afraid that they're going to be like,
fuck you,
or like whatever, loser or something like that.
Bro,
and I just don't know how to handle that.
Don't do things for other people's reactions. Do them for you and for the karma. And even if they tell you fuck you, they'll always know where you stood. Because right now they think you stand with fuck you, and you might be doing a blessing for them because that may inspire them to do it for somebody else, even if they don't reply to you.
Yeah.
There's nothing more noble than I'm sorry. And if you can do it in audio or video where they can not lose the tone of the written word, it's even more powerful, man. Dust, you can do it. Bro, you're here with me now. Like, come on, you can do that. You should.
Yeah, you're right.
It's good. Putting out more good is good, you know? It's what we fucking need, man. It's time. We've gone too long with not making this the way we go. You're gonna feel lighter.
I mean, I did start, like I had someone sent me something to like make fun of someone, and I was like, I DM'd them and like, hey, someone sent this to me to like make fun of you, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I actually respect what you just put out, so I just want to say that, and any bad taste you have about me from the past, I just want to apologize for that too. I mean, he didn't reply, but at least I just tried.
Dude,
so.
No, not tried. Executed. Yeah. You're not doing it for him to reply. You brought value to him, and you brought value to yourself. You won with that. I'm so proud of you, man. That's humongous.
Thanks.
Write down the list from fucking AA to ZZ in your address book. Write down the list.
A lot of people.
Listen, that means you were hurting.
Yeah.
I know you well enough to understand it. Do it. It's so nice to do. It's so good. You're a different man now.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow on Tea with Garyvee.